I have always preferred Bluetooth headphones over the years, simply because of the freedom it gives me without being tethered to the device I'm listening to. I'm willing to accept the latency drawback for the convenience. However, there are times, namely when gaming or editing, this becomes an issue where even a split second becomes noticeable. Here we have the KZ ZS10 Pro X, an upgrade to the original hugely popular Pro X version. At less than $50, it's the perfect entry price point into the world of in-ear monitors and my taste into the chi-fi audio market. I purchased these with my own money, and in this video I want to give you my initial impression, having used them for a week or so. Normally I would test a product for a much longer time before I give a review. However, sometimes there are some products that I just get super excited and want to share with you as soon as possible. The bass is very pronounced, not to the point where it's unclear or muddy, but the sub bass. Man, it sounds like there's a subwoofer in the room or inside your head just from these tiny little IEMs. The effect is uncanny. Personally, I like it, and it definitely puts a smile on my face. Some people might find it a bit excessive. It's definitely not a flat, clean sound if that's what you're after. The treble is okay, nothing ear-piercing or super clear. In case you're wondering, by the way, my music taste varies a lot, from classical piano music to bass-heavy EDM. I'm quite broad when it comes to my Spotify playlists. The biggest issue I have is the dip in the middle with vocals in particular. They sound somewhat thin, raspy, and recessed or tinny with some voices. It definitely stands out as being a little bit jarring at times. Perhaps I'll get used to it over time, but right from the get-go, this and the bass is the thing that catches my attention the most. In terms of audio separation, they are okay. At the end of the day, they are in-ear, therefore a lack of stereo separation is somewhat expected. The headphone itself does look great too, in my opinion. Again, this is down to personal taste, but I really like the matte black alloy cover, and it doesn't look tacky or too over the top. The silver plated cable on my version comes with a standard 3.5mm end. There is, however, a version with a mic and inline control. The cable is detachable, which has two benefits. One, if it ever breaks, means it's easily replaceable, and two, you can convert these to a Bluetooth headset by purchasing a separate unit from KZ if that's what you fancy. It comes with 3 tip sizes. Currently I'm running the M version. One of the main concerns I have with IEMs, since I haven't tried them before, is they kind of look bulky just from the looks alone, but in reality I've been wearing them for hours for the past week or so, and the comfort isn't an issue at all. A few things to consider if you're interested in buying these. It doesn't come with a case, which is a shame, but I'd rather they put the money and resources in making the product itself as good as possible. I mentioned there's no mic or inline control. Just make sure you get the right version if that's important to you. And finally, most importantly, I suppose, is the audio. These are super fun if you're into bass music or like to watch movies, but if you want something more tame or accurate, these are definitely not it. So to wrap up my initial impression, at this price point, I pretty much went in head first without thinking or expecting too much. The ZS10 Pro X are really fun and exciting. They look good, and thankfully they are comfortable, which is very important, to me at least. Safe to say I don't regret buying these headphones. Bluetooth and especially Apple's H1 chips are very good. But if you want zero latency, a wire is definitely still the way to go. So there you have it. If you want some quality headphones at a reasonable price, look good at the same time, I honestly think these are great options to consider if you're in a market for some headphones. They can be found as little as $43 with a discount. Lastly, before we wrap up, let me know what your thoughts are when it comes to headphones or music listening preferences, or if you have any experience when it comes to IEMs. I definitely want to learn more about it going forward. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you can give me a like or consider subscribing. It would help the channel out tremendously. As always, a huge thank you for watching all the way to the end. My name is Joe, and perhaps I'll see you in the next video.